You've been gone and empty home.
The finest.
Come on back where you're ready to go. You are always welcome home. Welcome home. You've been kept down much too long. Stand up, please, and say, don't forget you are welcome. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you're ready to go. You are always welcome home. Welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and come on back, come on back, come on back. Come on back, come on back, come on back.
Service. The Congress is about to start. The President is speaking. So, immediate parties from around. The first vice, second vice, and the executive supervisor, the President. First vice, second vice, secretary, assistant.
When you're ready.
Philip, where are you? So you know your seat. First vice, secretary. You do business. You need a official doing the regular channel. Financial secretary. Assistant secretary. Fred, the new MC for the Congress. Why are you sitting? You wait for time. So I think almost everybody is in. So I'll hand over the mic to Mr. President to continue. Business of the day. Congress proper.
Service. 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 Congress is called to order. And as communicated, this session is to receive the President's report to Congress in line with the Constitution. We have shared the soft copy on the delegates platform, but in addition to we are giving us some bookmarkers, the QR code is there, so you can also access the report. We try to protect the environment, but we have one or two hard copies which we can make reference to. So in line with the constitutional provision, I hereby present, and specifically that's Article 5, Clause 6, Sub-Clause 2 of the Association's Constitution. I present this biennial report. At every Congress, we present a report, or the President presents a report on the last 2 years. And that's exactly what I am doing. Present the report for the last 2 years. There's a background of the association which is there, just for our information. You would recall that our last Congress was in 2024 in Takwadi, Western Region. And we had it at Akoma Plaza. A number of issues were discussed, so we decided to remind ourselves of some of those issues and what have been done of the Executive Secretary. Indeed, this is an issue that has gone on for too long. And our prayer is that a new administration, and coincidentally to this time, the President will not come from Greater Accra. And it also means that this is the time that we need to really push for the appointment of an executive secretary. The challenge in the past has been more financial constraints, but we are praying that the new administration will be able to engineer an executive secretary. We have the job description and indeed the requirements for that position. So reference can be made to that for us to deal with that part. We also spoke about the website. That's another issue that has been on the roller coaster for quite some time. But as we speak, we have a really developed website for the association, and we've gone into an MOU with a company called EK Brand Consult. For the gentlemen taking the pictures and the video for this ceremony are part of that, are from that company. They are looking at our marketing and the publicity aspects. So we have an MOU with them to manage the website. So we believe that everything that we require on our website, that MOU must be able to address it going into the future. So the new leadership will have to look at that aspect. The idea is that every region needs to have a sub-site on that website. We don't want a fragmented website. So we have a Ghana Hotels Association website which deals with all national issues. And then for each regional branch, there's a sub-site so that the regional branches can post their information on their sub-site. And we can use it for various purposes as well. We have our constitution, which we've been working with for the past couple of years. The hard copies are there, and then the soft copies, we'll be sharing it. If you don't have a copy, please ask for it from the regional chairman or secretary. There are soft copies of it, there are hard copies of it. Let us be abreast with the provisions of our constitution. You may have observed that a lot of reference is made to the constitution, because that is what guides everything. And as members of the association, as executives, we always need to appreciate and understand the provisions in the constitution and work according to it. Everything we've done towards our elections has been guided by the constitution. Even preparation for Congress has been guided by the constitution. It may not be a perfect one, but at least it's a workable one. And it is not cast in stone. So the idea is that when it's appropriate for some amendment, the constitution itself has amendment process. So we just follow it. Okay, and until provisions of the constitution is changed, we cannot act otherwise. We always, no matter how difficult it is, that is it. Okay. Of course, I proposed for the hosting of the 30th Biennial Congress in Kumasi. Unfortunately, NEC members approved of it, Congress approved of it, and here we are. And so far, Kumasi has not disappointed at all. Ashanti region has not disappointed. It's been a wonderful experience. We are grateful to Ashanti region. Congress also approved the celebration of the 50th anniversary for 2025. So as Congress in the Western region, mention was made of the 50th anniversary, which by God's grace, that has happened. There is still this issue about presenting a consolidated account for the association. It continues to be an issue. And that's one area that I would want the new leadership to really work on. The idea is very simple. We are one association. 30% of the proceeds from the regional branches are sent to national to undertake its activities. The region retains 65%. We must account for that 35% and the 65% as well. Audited account that reflects every peswa that comes into the association, and that needs to be addressed. We also spoke about membership drive, and it's one area that we continue to encourage the regions to push. We'll be pushing for mandatory membership. When that succeeds, whether hotels like it or not, don't have to belong, whether to Ghana Hotels Association or to the Progressive. But as we speak, that's not the case. So we have to continue to drive membership. And one litmus test of our membership group is to link it to the registered hotels in our regions. The GTA, Ghana Tourism Authority, has the list of all licensed hotels. So we need to measure our membership growth against the number of hotels in the region. And that should be our target. Kumasi, for instance, or Ashanti region, I'm sure has more than 700 hotels. Accra may even be more. Other regions may have more. But that should be the standard we measure our growth with. So if in 2026 we know that there are, say, 500 hotels in a particular region, of the hotels in the region, we don't need to operate in the vacuum with no link to the number of hotels in the region. That must be our guide for membership group. And I pray that the new leadership will work on that. Again, we have set out guidelines for the formation of new regional branches. As we are aware, we have 6 new branches now where we don't have regional branches. We know that the existing regional branches are playing supervisory roles. And somebody whispered to me some time ago that, well, we don't really need to establish new regional branches. So long as the existing regional branches can take care of it, that's fine. But if a new region feels that they are ready to become a full-fledged regional branch, we need to encourage them. I know OT region started something. Unfortunately, it figured out. When we went for the next meeting in Tamale too, I think the Savannah region also, yes, they were also ready. What's happened to all those initiatives? Please, if a new region is ready, let's support the region to also become a regional branch. And I hope new leadership will look at that. We also spoke about our engagement funds. Second source. We also spoke about our relationship with the regulatory bodies, especially those, well, I guess all of them, we pay something to them in terms of the fees. We need to engage them both at the regional and then the national level, so that whatever fees comes out in the Gazette, we'll have our signature on it. So the new leadership will also have to look at that. But sometimes we are blamed of sitting aloof for the regulatory bodies to set fees, and then we come trying. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes they do it on our blind side. Before you say jack, you are taking the thing to Parliament, or the Parliament approves it, and it's gazetted. So let's keep our eyes on the ground and ensure that any call for fees adjustment, we are involved. And we have a very strong voice once we look at what to be addressed. At 2024 Congress, we agreed that we have to review dues and levies at the 2026 Congress, which is this one. But thinking about it again, new leadership is coming in. How can we set dues and levies for them when we are leaving? So we have decided to stay execution on that. New leadership, we will have to look at it. Congress can decide to give NEC, but don't forget that dues and levies are set at Congress. But Congress can also mandate NEC to give on that behalf. So maybe before we leave, there will be a resolution that Congress will mandate NEC to adjust, because the dues have been in operation for more than 6 years. And it's getting irrelevant for operations. So these are the key areas that we addressed at the last Congress, which I have also provided updates on them. From there, we go on to NEC meetings. Indeed, that is one area that we've done very well. We have fulfilled every NEC meeting. Remember that NEC meets once a quarter. Sometimes we do it by Zoom. Most of the times, physical meetings. We've done fulfilled all righteousness when it comes to NEC meetings. And we encourage the new leadership to also play. So I'm giving an idea of what was discussed. Of course, the details are the minutes of the meetings, which is available at the regional branches and available at the head office as well. Another item that we need to report on is our court case against the Ghana Music Rights Organization and then the Audiovisual Rights Society of Ghana. We'll be providing updates on it. We are currently on trial. In fact, today we shall be in court. Coincidentally, the judge too has something to do today, so he had to call it off. I had also requested that we also have Congress to this autonomic, but before my request could go, the judge has also sent in the request that we need to change the date. So a new date will be given. That will be the third trial. I'll be the docket again. So far, so good. Our claim to, or the request to the judge is simple. That number of rooms cannot be used in assessing copyright royalties. Period. And we are doing quite well. We have paid 80,000 of the 100,000 legal fees, plus the fees we pay on every appearance. For every appearance, we pay the lawyer something. So we paid 80,000 of the 100,000 we are supposed to pay. We also reported on the GHR 50th anniversary celebration. As I indicated, Congress mandated us to celebrate the 50th anniversary, which we planned last in 2024. We decided to go and try and revamp the association there. So we went to teaching, and that was where the discussions on the proposal for celebrating the 50th anniversary, which fell in 2025. The general understanding is that the association 1975 as establishment of the association. So the 50th was in 2025. And by God's grace, we set up a committee led by the second vice president with members from all the regions. We are aware of what went into it, starting with the press briefing, went acknowledging the rules, reading the association. So that's also the best. And then within these 2 years to move part of it, where things of the original again, constitution. That is where the constitution says new elections are sworn in by the president or those that inherit. That is when the constitution says regional branches must hold elections in October. That's not the basis. So we also outline from the religious that were in the religion. It is to empower them. The issues of Western according to them to set up for the work we are doing. We've also listed of agreements, quite a number of them. But when you go through it, you appreciate that effort goes on beyond the basis, beyond regional basis. Meetings are called almost on a daily basis. EPA is calling for a meeting, DC is calling for a meeting. vendors are calling you for meetings. Programs here, programs there, programs everywhere. And you have to go because the more we attended these meetings, the more we were relevant and visible. And indeed, these days, every important or significant meeting, we are mentioned as one of the addressees to attend. That's because we made ourselves. And then when they come upon us, and let's say it goes to the new leadership, please let the media be your best friend. Let the media be your best friend. So sometimes, even if I can wake up and even go and pace, I'm on the phone talking to the media. You are driving and you call and you have to pull by the roadside to grant an interview. And I'm like this. To my regional chairman, they should be able to engage with you. Occasionally, you also get back and say, oh, this matter, please, President, you should handle it. That's fine. But let us also engage them at the regional branches so that together the voice will be louder. So all those ones, unfortunately, we have to attend some funerals of some fallen colleagues, and then we also participated in health walks across some of the regions. Kempinski celebrated its 10th anniversary. We were also there, and then the PRC contribution and all that. So all those activities are there. Back to the membership strength. Our membership strength is not something that we can be proud of. And we need to boast of the percentage of hotels in the region that we command. So, if you're Greater Accra, you are commanding 200 hotels out of 1,000, it means we still have more work to do. Your 200 may be more than other regions, but if you look at it against the number of hotels in the region, that means there's more work to do. The same goes to Ashanti. If you are commanding about 150 hotels in a region that has about 700 hotels, you have work to do. Last year, we gave a directive from NEC, unfortunately the regions, we said that throughout the year 2025, every regional branch must make sure that they visit every hotel in their region. Yes, Chairman. Ashanti region, were you able to do that? No, you did not. And I know all the other regions did not. But that was a directive. And these are things that can easily be done. We need to find a way. Because occasionally, some hotels call you, they want to be members of the association. And they're like, oh, somebody just mentioned association. I didn't know that there was a Ghana Hotels Association. When you hear that, then you're like, hey, are you safe? So please, let's take the game to the hotels. And at least every year, one know that there's an association called the Ghana Hotels Association. And you be there. Maybe to chat with them, encourage them, or something. So the information is there. And if you look at the information too, it's broken down to our commitment to our dues and levies. Right now we have three major income flows. The dues, the copyright levy, and as you are aware, the copyright fight is still on. So please, if you have not paid your copyright levy, please do the right thing and pay. Anniversary levy, we still have some outstanding payments to do. So if you have not paid that anniversary levy, please do it. So regional chairman and secretary, you have constituents. The national officers don't have constituents. You have the constituents. Let's rope in more people and let them commit to the dues. We have some MOUs with some vendors at various stages of existence. Ashroom has always been there. MultiChoice DSTV, unfortunately, because of the takeover, MultiChoice is going out of this whole MOU. Unfortunately, what we have with them has expired, so there wouldn't be a new renewal. We have MOU also with SIC, SIBL, that has also expired, which new leadership must look at. And then auditor, and then the UK brand, which for me has been a very beneficial relationship. That was it was spearheaded by Mrs. Taylor. Okay, she identified them and then we engaged them. And the relationship has been good right from the press briefing throughout all the activities, the pictures we be taking, which usually cost us so much. They do it for free. The whole idea is that they are getting to the point where they will be able to also come to your hotel, give you a 1 minute video clip, which you can use to market your hotel. That's also for free. What they may require is just accommodation, maybe some food or something. Okay. So, colleagues, that is the report for the last 2 years. Eventually, when the handing over is taking place, there will be the handing over notes, which will give further information. And then we'll also try and put all the biennial reports together as one composite report that captures the 8 years of the outgoing administration. Colleagues, thank you so much for the opportunity. So at this point, we'll open the floor for questions, comments, contributions, and then we take it from there. After which the Financial Secretary and Treasurer will present the financial report. Thank you. You have a mic.
No, I can speak. Mr. President, talking about the change of the percentage that has come to the national, I think the old administration, the outgoing administration can make a decision on it. Because you use the mind.
Hello. Yeah, the president mentioned that because the outgoing administration are leaving, the change of we planned at the last Congress that this time they are going to change the percentage of dues that goes to the national.
Sorry, it's about the dues.
Yeah, the dues. Yeah.
The dues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the figure.
Not the 35%.
The figure is up.
The dues. How
Yeah.
about the registry? Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that it can be done. Because when you look at our political space, even when parties have lost elections, before they are not even sworn in, they still make changes. So once we have agreed at the last Congress, we should take the decision on it, and we don't have to wait for another 4 years or 2 years to take that decision. Thank you.
So you have a point. Our only plea is that ideally we should have presented something to work on. So the alternative is to ask Congress to mandate NEC, so that at your next meeting you can do some adjustments and then get it approved. Put up any proposal at all, so that would be too yeah, exactly. So maybe we should move a motion that Congress should mandate NEC.
Yeah. Because
At the next NEC meeting, it can be considered.
Thank you, President. What I want to say is that it is true that national office need money. The regions also need money to run the affairs of the association. But the fact of the matter is that if you look at our financial trend, the trend of the financial statement, you realize that donor fatigue is setting in. In the 2023, our dues will be, for example, 71,000. But if you look through the trend, you will see that it was actually having a downward trend, meaning that people are not able to collect dues effectively. Now, if you don't study this, find the other alternative ways of bringing in revenue, and you want to go and adjust your revenue upwards, then you have an upward challenge to face. Because people always have that perception that you want to actually increase the dues again. I think that would be a suicidal on our part. So let's actually hasten slowly, taking decision on this. That's my take on it.
Okay, so any further comments on that?
I have a follow-up.
Yes, sir.
The thing is that if you all agree,
The cost of living now, 6 years ago, when we fixed that, it's not the same as now. So if you are saying that people are not paying, So we should leave it there. Then it means national or the region too cannot operate well. Because if you will notice, some of the regions even couldn't bring all their members here. And some up to date have not been paid what is expected of them to the national coffers. So it means that there's no money coming in. So if you say we are going to rely on the old amount, it's going to be difficult. Because at that time, when you are buying A4 sheets at 4 cities, this time it's going to about 12 cities. So the money coming to both the region and the national is too small. So definitely, whether people are paying or not, it should go up.
Okay, I see Gilbert. So I'll take Gilbert. I'll take Jamke, Lucy, and then Engineer. Yes, Gilbert.
Yes, I think I'm totally with Philip. The issue is not the amount, but the number of people we can bring into our fold. If the pie is bigger, there would be no problem. The northern region has several hotels. I believe Ghana would be boasting of almost 6,000 hotels. Yes, yes, yes. You check data. So if you have up to 6,000 hotels, and how many are we here? How many of us are registered with the Ghana Hotels Association? Let's make the pie bigger and not frighten new people who will want to come on board. That's my advice.
Thank you. Jamke. Mr. James Kenya. Immediate past regional chairman, Western region.
Thank you. I think I tend to side with Philip as well, in the sense that in the colonial days, or just about 20, 30 years ago, the Nigerians believe in kobo, and Ghanaians believe in dollar. So the Nigerian goods were moving faster than Ghanaian goods. For that matter, when you align it with what we are saying now, it is better that we find a very good and a strategical means to expand the numbers than increasing the rate. To the extent that even Takrady, we have serious issues concerning benefits of joining the association. And especially, like I raised the last time, a hotel had an issue and we couldn't support that hotel. And you can imagine a facility who cannot play music, a hotel who cannot play music. So this is going around, and you go and then tell them also to pay more use. I think we are going to put all those guys who have interest to join us up. So I think that if there are certain things that we have to do as an association to influence and lure more people into the fold, I think it is better than increasing.
Thank you. Madam Lucy, former Regional Secretary, Western.
I also support Philip and the other two that with their submission, that with the expansion of the base, with membership drive and more people on board, will rather solve the problem than increasing the rate for the few we have. So I'm also with them. Thank you.
Engineer Chairman, Volta Region.
Thank you very much.
Henry Ampa Johnson.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I equally support the submission by Philip. However, I want to add that there is no problem giving the mandate to NEC, so that within the 2 years before the NEC Congress, if there is any improvement in the membership strength, and then our annual dues start going up, then we can't be thinking of a possible increase. But as it stands now, down. And again, members will say, I am paying all this, what am I benefiting? And it's a serious concern at the regional level. Even coming to Congress, we have to raise funds. And even raising that funds, comments that came, it is pathetic, but we only have to get a big skin like a crocodile to swallow it. So I want to submit that Congress can give the mandate to the new administration. If things go on well and they consider it within the 2 years, that means the power has already been given to them. Or we wait until next Congress. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let me take Dr. Von Asigri, then go to Mr. Adom, then to Professor Hoji.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Hello. You see, I think our basic problem is our lobbying ability. The only thing which can save us is to get a politician to agree on mandatory membership. If we work on that, then we'll solve all our problems. Can you imagine half of the hotels just contributing will reduce the fees to 1 city? It will be fantastic. So let's work on that very, very seriously. We need to get the support of the parliamentarians and of the government. That's my candid opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Adom.
Thank you, Mr. President. The whole thing boils out to our people, both of all of them, we've already said that increasing might not help us. Our problem is membership drive. If we are able to get through to members, those who are not registered, get to them, then we have numbers that will help us. Outside my region, Tema, we work from Tema, from Pram to Ada. By now, we've lost most of the hotels in Ada. We've lost them due to some factors. I don't want to enumerate that now here. And my officers will get me that I'm always on them. And now, we have to go back to what we were doing. Some of what we were doing, movie every day. Those times we were having money paying, we were paying our dues so much. Mr. President, you can see, we're paying money regularly. For some time now, payment is just rested on some of us. Few of us stay on the things and do membership drive. Let them know what it entails to belong to the hotel association. We give them the benefit. There are a lot of benefits we will let them know, so that nobody hides behind the scene, go under and just exploit them without anything. Thank you.
Thank you. Victor, I'll come to you. Let me take Professor Hoji.
Okay. Thank you, President. I also think that the issue of increment is not a solution. Already, you have an increase and the people are not paying. So, is it when you increase it that they can pay? So, talk about membership too. I was at the awards night last time, and I heard something refreshing from the guest speaker, the chief of staff. He made it clear that the mandatory registration is a way out. So I think at times when politicians talk, we have to follow up and put pressure on them to do what they say. I'm saying this because if we get out mandatory registration, and it is a situation where you go to GTA to do something and they said, we want to find out whether you have paid and you are in a good standing with your association. Greater part of our problem is solved. So I think that is the line we should be looking at. Let's follow up on what the chief of staff said, that he agreed that the mandatory registration
is a way out. And let's see how that can work. But increasing my region, I'm struggling to collect last year's dues. Really, yeah, struggling. This year one, we have to be coaxing people, wrapping them. If you don't know how to wrap properly, then you have to go and learn. It's not an easy thing. So please. Yeah.
Prof, thank you very much. Before I go to Victor, let me state clearly that the issue about adjusting dues or levies at this Congress is out of the question. Okay, it's out of the question. We cannot do anything about it for now. So we'll leave it to the due administration to take the discussion further. So let's all have that in mind. Okay. Victor.
Thank you, Mr. President. As we consider how to drive membership, I believe we need to also consider other options of generating revenue. Because as I remember, not too long ago, a few minutes ago, you mentioned also bringing on board the role of the executive secretary, which is even going to cost us more in terms of expense. And so if we haven't even budgeted for that, how are we going to pay for that? So considering other sources of generating income should also be considered in this discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Ben Efunya, former chairman, Greater Accra. Benjamin, Ben.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I always get worried when I hear this song. What are we getting from the association? What are we getting from the association? I remember about a few minutes ago, they projected some benefit from the association. One of the things that I know, anytime we go to do certain negotiation, it affects everybody. I remember in recent time, when this fire service thing, it affected everybody. Again, our achievement, what we are doing, if we do not trumpet it to our own members, for them to see that these are the things that we are doing within the association, and we continue also to join them to sing the same song, then at the end of the day, the numbers will reduce. Look, let's even say without Ghana Hotel Association, without Ghana Hotel Association, I believe by this time, the amount of money will be paid. I will start with the MMDAs, the fee fixing. Mr. President, you agree with me. If you look at the amount of money we are paying because of this association, it is far less compared to the shop owner, the kiosk. Because there was a time we went for fee fixing. This bakers and so on and so we checked. Budget hotels were paying around 500, even that was even very high. And this kiosks and other people were paying 600,000 and over. The upmarket hotels were at test. When we go and we are doing this fee fixing and other things, the amount of money they are paying now, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a lot. Let us trumpet what we are doing. If you do not blow your own horns, nobody will do it for you. The little that we have been able to do, let us sell it to everyone, and they will all come on board. Okay. And this association will be bigger, better. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you so much.
Okay. So let me take Mr. Joshua Lai, former Financial Secretary, Greater Accra.
Mr. President, thank you. I want to encourage that we liaise a lot with the regulatory bodies, because like Ben rightly said, there are many benefits in joining the association. Recently we had in our meeting in Accra, I think a 3-star facility was charged so much money until he brought it to the association meeting. Then we liaised with him and realized that, look, what he was paying, it was going to somebody's pocket. They would have continued to pay that money if not for the association. So for the benefits, I'm surprised to hear some members even say that people are saying we don't know. But what are we doing? Are we telling them or enumerating the things, the benefits we are benefiting to them? If we are not selling it, they will not know. Number two, let's liaise with the regulatory bodies so that they will be a bit hard on those who are not members. I'm saying this because the former GTA regional director was willing to partner with Greater Accra so that members, hotels and facilities that were not part of us, they will treat them differently from those of us who are under the association. And that was a very good thing. The unfortunate thing is he's been changed, another person had been brought. But he had a very open mind. He was thinking that, look, we were a formidable association, but we are not leveraging on what we have. So I would want to challenge the new executives. Please, we have so much. Let's do the lobbying. Irrespective of the amount of money we need to pay the executive secretary, if we have to do, the benefits will outweigh the cost of servicing that person. Because there are a lot of lobbying that ought to be done. But you and I know the executives are running their own businesses, and so they can't have all the time to do the lobbying. If we can push for this thing, brethren, a time will come, we'll all be in Congress and celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you. Hold it. Yes. I saw Mr. Dami's hand. Is it still up? Otherwise, I go to... Where is it? Mr. Kwenyefu. Mr. Kwenyefu, we are giving you the privilege because you are the chair of the Electoral Commission.
Thank you very much, President. Mr. President, I think we are getting close and closer to a solution to this problem. And I think the solution lies in the grassroots. When I say grassroots, I mean the zones which have been cut out for a purpose. I'll give you a practical example. Somebody had already mentioned something like that. We had to deal with fire service, district assemblies, and other agencies at the grassroots levels. And when we came to the municipal assemblies, we had to do their levies. And we had found out that their levies were being compromised. So we called them to attention, and then we negotiated on behalf of our members. But additionally, we made them to understand that we are giving them permission to deal with other people who are not our members in the ways they wanted. Sooner or later, what happened was, we found out that our membership rate went up because they had gone to other hotels who were not members and had dealt drastically with them. And so they rushed back to us, and we are saying to them that, oh, sorry, were you members of the association, you would have had a better deal. So what do you say? They said, please register us. And that is the basis I would like us to use, because we have to use the grassroots. We can't do this from Accra. We have to do it from the grassroots, at the zonal level. And apart from that, I also met some members at the zonal level who were talking about mattress. And I said, what kind of quantities do you want? Some said they want 5, some said they want 8. And I said to them, listen, I went to ask Foam to buy about 8 mattresses. And when I went to the cashier to pay for those mattresses, the cashier opened her mouth. She said, hey, what did you do before they giving you such a big discount? I just smiled because I knew when it came to sign, we came to sign the memorandum of understanding, I was there. And these advantages can be sold out to non-members. And once they find out that they could make a lot of savings out of being members of the association,
they would adhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Colleagues, just to prompt all of us that we plan to leave here at 2 o'clock. So we have just about 12 minutes to conclude this session for the Financial Secretary to come in at 1:30 with the financial report. So let's keep our contributions short.
Mr. President.
Hold it, sir. I have a... Yes, sir. Please. And then I come to you. Card.
No, I started the debate, so I would like to conclude.
Mr. Edu, please.
No, I would like
Mr.
to
Mr. Edu, no, please.
Oh, just...
Mr. Edu, please.
I'm thinking just
No,
30 seconds.
you make me lose my focus. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry?
I didn't come across anything like investments. So, the use for our money, can't you consider... okay. Can't you consider something like investing parts or percentage of our dues? I wonder, why is the association not having its own facility as a source of generating income to support the use that we are taking? So that maybe in future we can even consider, so that even in the future we can even consider spreading the facility owning aspect in the other regions, so that the financial burden will come down a bit. So that's my suggestion.
Good point on investments. I think somebody mentioned that we need to look for other sources of revenue. So it's a very important point. We've tried all kinds of things in the past. Maybe there'll be some turning this time around. Yes, Mr. Pialamko, then Mr. Edu.
Thank you. I think I've heard members talking about membership drive. But I will stand on looking at the membership that we had that are no more active. Once we get them, we can then move forward. Because I don't understand why, if you have 500 people, you are now left with 300, and you ignore the 200 going to search for another people to come and support. Because I believe that the 200 people have some belief in the association. That is why they join. But it is for a reason for which they are no more active. So we need to do that scaling. Like Uncle Tom said, we need to do some soul searching and see what we are doing that is not going on well in the regions, and then we'll move from that point to the next stage. I think Prof mentioned about the regional GTA bosses. I think regional chairpersons or chairmen should make it their responsibility to get in touch with them, to have a tete-a-tete, so that especially new hotels that are coming into the system, even though we've not achieved the mandatory, but they can advise them of the advantages of joining the association. And from that point, it will be easier for the regional chairpersons to deal with them. But if we leave them to be in their own corner, for us to be in our own corner, then it will be difficult. There are other advantages that other hotels were getting from the association, but that one we'll talk for members to know the reason why we want to still be part of the association. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Edu. Yes, I go. Can't see clearly, but I can see your hand.
Yeah, I think what I was about to say, Kat have said it. It is not about getting new members. So when you look at every region, when you come to our region, for example, when you look at it, we have more than 300 members on it. But when it comes to the question of paying the dues, then becomes a problem. And it's not about that owners of the hotel are not paying the dues. The simple matter is that they are not showing up to meetings, and then I don't know their reps, if they go, they don't tell them. Because I can't see any hotel owner refusing to give the association 300 Ghana cedis a year. I mean, when the owners of the hotel, the people who runs the hotel, knows that every year they have to pay 300 cedis to the association, they will pay. So it's not about the numbers. You can get 1,000 members on board. When it comes to the payment, you get about 30% or less paying. So we shouldn't be thinking about Look at Ghana. How many people pay taxes? I don't think a population of about 30 million, you get about 5 million paying taxes. They don't pay. It's about how we manage those people who will pay. So let's think seriously about it. Thank you.
Okay. So Pakwesi, and then Pakwesi and Mr. Odami. Please make it very brief. We have just about 7 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I think Mr. President, mine is simple. One, I am commending the current executives for the good work they've done for this administration. It's not easy leading an administration like the Ghana Hotels Administration, and I must say you've done very well, and may God bless you. On the issue discussing, I think one thing I would suggest for the incoming executives is to have a research desk at the national office. We must all have a research, because the situation is there are members who are on our books. They are still on our books, but they are not coming to meetings, and they are not even paying dues. Some of the reasons are, one, we are not doing any follow-ups on them. Some of them, they are managers who come for the meeting. And some of the managers, when they leave the facilities, they go with their informations. And it's difficult for the new managers to follow up on their situation. So these are information we should give to the coming executive, so that we may, and also we should build a proper data of the situation region by region, so that we know, okay, in central region, what are the numbers do we have on our list? How many of them are old members, they are not paying their dues? How many of them are new? So that we can do a research. I was talking with the current chairman, that let's know the old members and do a follow-up on them. Probably when you go, you see that it's a new manager and he doesn't know anything about the hotel association. And unless we do a follow-up, they may not come. Because I see no reason why hotels are not collapsing. Hotels are operating. They were once members of the association, but for some reason, for years, they are not coming. It is only follow-up that will bring them back. So this is my bit of advice to Congress and to all regions. Let us do a proper follow-up, and I think we'll get some of the members. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I'll take Mr. Dam, and then I'll give Mr. Kenya the last word.
Thank you very much. I would like to speak on the issue of trying to...
Make it brief, please.
Yes.
Just like your...
My height. So I want to say that the Constitution actually makes it possible for regions to be able to increase their income per the fact that there is a way to, bring on levies, so that these regions could levy their members in case they really need money to support whatever they are doing. So when it comes to Greater Accra, for instance, when we present our annual budget and there is a deficit, we discuss how to defray the deficit. Members agree that we should then bring on board a budget support levy. Then we share the money amongst ourselves, and then it is paid. So this is one way you can increase revenue to be able to support activities of the association at the branch. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jamke, and then Mr. Martin Poku, and then Poku Hoto. So these three, last, quarter, very brief, please.
Yeah, Mr. President, with regard to the executives or the regional executives pronouncing the benefits of the association to the members, which looks like we could not even have sustained those we have. We've done and done and done, and then at least we've got some adapts to increase the number a bit. So that is what we've been doing. So nobody should take it as if we don't know. And then I suggested, I think at one time, that the regions should be allowed to organize their own regional awards nights. This would have been an excellent position to entice and bring all the membership who see something from it. Because everybody wants to see an award at his office. I think we have to look at that one. That is why I said strategy. And then the last one is the regional website that I spoke about. That is also a very good opportunity, because if members feel that they are not part of that regional website, they are left out, nobody will call them to come on board. So let us look at this area, but with the opportunities and the benefits, please, we are doing it and we will continue to speak about it.
Jamke, thank you very much. Mr. Martin Poku. And then Mr. Hoto will close it for us. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We have zonal branches. Is that so?
For some regions, yes.
Are they recognized? Because if you go through the constitution, it doesn't say anything about the regional branches. If it is an omission, please let's see to it that it is corrected. These regional awards, as a regional chairman, you can take the initiative to organize one. Yes, because Ashanti region, this last zone, we organize our regional awards. Nothing happened. So please, as a take initiatives and do things which benefits the regions. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was saying that every region or regional branch should take initiatives to organize activities. Ashanti region, in December, we organized an awards night. It was very successful. And this will go a long way to motivate the inactive members so that they will come back. And also, I talked about zonal branches. You see, if you have zones and you organize them well, it will increase your members. But in the constitution is silent on zonal branches. So I'm saying that we should take this commission into consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Poku. So the last word from Mr. Kweku Hoto, former regional chairman of Volta region.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I think what we are discussing here today, we have said it over.
Can we have one meeting, please?
What we are discussing here today, we said it over and over and over, more than in that meeting, previously at my time. I think we need to properly go into the constitution. Maybe the new administration that is coming, we have to give them the room to elect committee members, finance committee, project committee, this committee, so that they can help the administration. If that is done, maybe these things will be okay. Because as somebody said, my region, we are more than 500 on paper. But what I saw right now is about 100 and something. And 27 only paid fully. So we have to set up a committee, various committee prescribed by the NEC board, so that we can work with the committee, so that this committee can direct the new administration, so that we can do better work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And on that note, committee note, will a member move for the acceptance of the President's report for the records? Madam Lucy Katapu has moved.
Hi, Lucy. Esinu Katapu have moved for the acceptance of the minutes.
The President's report.
The President's report.
Thank you very much. And that is seconded by Mr. Kwame Appiah Dankwa, popularly known as CAD. Colleagues, thank you so much. And it is important to say that this is the very last Congress that this administration we'll have to do. So let me acknowledge the national officers, the first Vice President, Sir Cosmos Hassan. I wish you could stand up for everybody to see. The second Vice President, Mrs. Juliet Taylor, please be on your feet, let them see you. The National Secretary, Honorable Elenganda, please be on your feet. The Financial Secretary, Madam Mata Sapati. The National Treasurer, Mr. Philip Ake. The Trustees, Mr. Kwame Apiadankwa, Mr. Ricky Adom, Mr. Ben Edu, and then the young man, Dr. Bon Asigui, and of course, the immediate past president, assistant. And then Mr. Ape, the immediate past president. We have held 4 solid congresses. 4. We were elected at the 2018, and we organized the 2020, even during COVID. When there was fear of COVID, we still went ahead to Central Region to organize Congress. And then 2022, 2024, and then this last one, Kenya Day. So, this is also to prompt the new leadership. This afternoon will let me please, you have to keep the association going. One of the things to keep it going is to ensure that the provisions of the Constitution is made. No excuse. We could have given all kinds of excuses for anything. Oh, Congress, oh, next, you know. But we have been very faithful to all the meetings, ensuring in the Constitution. So that is the encouragement we give to. So thank you very much. Without you, we wouldn't have enjoyed our post as national officers. With all the challenges and sacrifices it comes with, God has been good to us. So thank you very much for being there for us. So at this point, I'll hand over to the Financial Secretary to give us the report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me do some intro before my Financial Secretary take us through the financial report. Per our Constitution, we're supposed to prepare a financial statement. Not just a financial statement that has been audited by independent accountant. And that has been done. So in my hands, this is an audited financial statement for Ghana Hotel Association. It's not a consolidated financial statement. So this is a financial statement for national office. That covered about 35% dues we receive, sponsorship and others that we receive. The challenge is that as association, we're supposed to have a consolidated financial statement, as the president actually mentioned earlier. And that has been one of our programs, the challenge. The reason is not from the national office. I quite remember I've designed a reporting format for all the regions so that we can actually capture the basic information that we need to prepare a consolidated financial statement. As it is now, if you read this statement and open it, somebody is tempted to believe that this is the true affairs of Ghana Hotel Association. But this is not. So please, as the new administration is coming on board, let's do well. I'll revisit that particular reporting format again so that at least we can actually capture the information from other regions. It's not difficult at all. It's just about page report that will capture almost everything. So as it stands now, this is national Ghana Hotel Financial Statement for national office, not for regions. Now, this financial statement have been circulated on our platform already. So I believe everybody has gone through. We are not going to read this financial statement verbatim. But let me actually attempt to tell you that the content of every financial statement in any jurisdiction comprises certain information. First of all, it will talk about the corporate information. It will talk about the report of the directors. It also talk about the report of the auditors, the independent auditors that has actually audited the financial statement. Their opinion will also be stated there. That is talking about the financial statement of financial position. Formally, we call it a balance sheet. to see your assets and liabilities. Then we talk about statement of performance, also called profit and loss. Whether you receive, spend less, there's a reserve. Then we talk about the cash flow, how the cash, the funds are able to flow. Formerly it was called fund flow, but now it's a cash flow. Then we have the note to the financial statement. The note actually explains in detail. So the figures are aggregated here, but if you look through the note actually tries to break down those aggregated figures for you. So, and let me also say that this financial statement is for a period of January to December. Now, we are in February, getting to the end of February. But the figures you see here is up to December, because we have chosen 31st December as our accounting year. So there's no way we can extend this financial statement to February. It is a fact that the current administration is handing over, but I can assure you that in that handing over note, you see post-balance sheet event starting from January, February, or what has transpired will be handed over to the new administration. So on that note, let me hand over the mic to my big six matter to give us another commentary. Just going to be a brief mention of the income, expenditure, maybe some analysis as to why the dues has fallen from this to this. Something very simple. But if you have any question, please refer to what has been circulated on the page already, so that we can save time, rest, and do election and jubilate in the evening. Because if you are saying service with smile and you are not smiling, somebody is crying. We say service, smile, service. So please, let's do quickly and then leave here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Philip. Okay, so like Philip already said, I have a copy, I've circulated a copy of the financial statement on the platforms.
Which page the statement is, so that we can follow. Yeah, I'll do that. So can you refer us to the page? Is it the next page or the Congress page?
The Congress.
Are you talking about the platform?
It's on the net and it's on the Congress.
The Congress.
Yes.
You were busy campaigning, so you are not reading. I understand you. I will forgive you.
Okay, so it's on the NEC platform. It's also on the Congress platform. Mr. Ake has already said some of those things that maybe I will say. So we'll start from page 5. We'll start from page 5, please.
From the regions fulfill their obligations by making sure that they have sent their accounts to the national. And I do recall that as I left the seat 8 years ago, even during the handing over, the auditor virtually refused to go through these figures because it isn't the Hotels Association. The Hotels Association will come from the regions. So the regions have an obligation to submit their accounts to national. With this kind of account, first of all, you can't get a grant from any organization. You can't get a loan. You can't get any external finance from anywhere. At the times that we had gotten a grant from Ghana, we had gotten a grant from Busak, what we did was to send an accounts person throughout the regions, all around the country, to go and pick the figures for us so that we could consolidate the accounts. So I think that the new administration has another task to ensure that regions, the regional chairpersons, you are here, fulfill your obligation so that you forward your accounts. And I'm glad that Philip says he's going to send you a form. It's not a difficult thing for you to fill so that National can capture the information and have
one great financial space, because this is not encouraged. So I leave it to you. It's a great opportunity for you to get to do this so that you make the work of the national executives very easy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam Martha and Philip. In your submission, you always say this will be communicated to you later. This will be communicated to you later. When is the later? Because I know you are handing over, or your term is going to expire today. So the problem is like this. When is it coming? Next 2 years or next year. So if you are saying that the list of this item will be communicated to you later, what exactly do you mean? Thank you.
Thank you. Let me answer him. Before I hand over the mic to Mr. Mata, I said that we have a handing over to do. And for handing over, then we have, I think handing over ceremony is in April or so. Yes. So from now up to April, that is the time you expect some of this information. I think maybe you didn't hear it. Yes. So that is it. So those things, don't worry at all. Yes. The transition team, as it's normally done, you go through everything from association glove, t-shirts, what have you. So just hold it there. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam. But I have a concern about the expenditure. Synchronizing figures. In the President's report, he stated that legal fee payment is about 80,000 out of 100,000. But in your statement here, 2024, there was no payment. And in 2025, there are about 33,000. We want to know where that difference is, or was some payment made in 2022, 2023, which reference have not been made. That's why. So when he said within the 2024, 2025, 2025, 2026 year, they paid 80,000 out of. Maybe I did not hear, so I just need a clarification. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, let's take it one by one so that we finish quickly. Now, the legal fee here, I think the lawyers, the legals, I think the charges about 100,000 plus some TNT and others. And per the agreement we signed with them, we're supposed to pay 50%, which is 50,000, and that has been paid. So last year, as the case is progressing, we also demand another payment again. That is the 33,000 you have seen there. So putting two together become about 80,000 plus. That is what the President has indicated in his report. But in actual fact, the payment was not done 2024. It was done before 2024. That is why we didn't see any figure under 2024. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, legal charges started in 2022.
Of this particular organization, I think it was registered 1975 or so. But there was no any re-registration until we were about to go to court, and we realized that the association had to be re-registered to have a legal standing. So that has been done. So there's no way you can register Fast or Smith without your document, and that has given reason to why the GRA or PE has not been paid. But there's an effort. We have started the effort of registration. So as that is done, all those money that are withheld will be paid. That's why most of the times when you pick the financial statement or you pick the bank balance alone and say that, oh, we have money, and keep on telling president that we don't have money, because the money you see in account, there's embedded, it's pregnant with certain expenses that will be paid later. Now, coming to the legal fees. The legal fee, the reason why we have not deducted the withholding tax is that is not the final payment. And again, if you deduct it and you don't pay immediately, 14 days after withholding, it's going to be a crime for you. So the best way to escape that is to just not withhold it. Then when you finish the registration and you are paying the final payment, then you charge the withholding tax on all the amount and take it from the balance. Whatever money is there, you pay the legal, the consultant, and then the rest go to GR. I think that's answered the question. You asked 3 questions, so the last one I can't remember. If you can help me with that.
On these 2 issues I just mentioned.
No. They have not actually given a recommendation as per this account. But the explanation is what I've given to you. When that is done, I'm just praying that either you or Foto will come on board, so that responsibility. That is it. Now let me also make some clarification. Ghana Hotel Association is an NGO. For payment of taxes, as you rightly say, I'm happy that you didn't ask that question. You don't pay CIT, corporate income tax, because it's an NGO. The taxes that you see will be the pay as you earn, pay. So that is why at times when you see the financial statement, you realize that well, profit before tax. But at times I'm asking out, so why is the tax and the profit after tax? So it's an NGO, we don't pay taxes, or CIT, we don't pay CIT. Thank you. I'm very good.
Mr. President, sorry. Every region is supposed to present a report, and in that report, there is a financial statement that is supposed to add to the report. So for the treasurer and the finance secretary saying they don't have the information from the regions, I don't understand. Is it that regions do not report their financials every quarterly? Is that what the situation? That's what I want to know. And what are the sanctions? Bringing it. What are the sanctions? Thank you.
Thank you, Pakosi. The fact of the matter is that if you look at the kind of financial statement or report information that is actually submitted quarterly, it's not qualified to feature in this. It's so scanty. That is the reason why I've actually designed a bit comprehensive one that we can capture almost everything. In a case, some regions do submit and some don't actually submit it at all. So it will be very difficult for you to consolidate your financial statement. Thank you. But as for sanctions, I don't know, but the president can answer whether he has actually applied the sanctions. Because I can remember you went to some of the meetings and I keep on saying that no, the information you are presenting, you're not presenting information according to reporting format president has designed for the chairman, the chairperson. So it is very difficult for you to use that particular information to actually incorporate it into this. But as I'm saying, the incoming administration will have a challenge. Let's work together to do that. And I think by the hope of God, when handing over is done, a new administration has come with a new vision, a new theme, I think we will do something better. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, Financial Secretary and Treasurer. So, Ebenezer, this is how far the Lord has brought us. And I do hope that this particular discussion has or will prompt all of us to be more interested in the accounts of the association, both at the regional and the national level as well. At this point, we will have to go for lunch, and we'll come back at exactly 3:30. So 1 hour lunch, we'll go and come back at exactly 3:30. Congress itself is over, so we'll ask somebody to move for us to close this Congress. Kabisi. Oh, sorry. Sure, thank you very much. To ask for the accounts to be moved for assistance because we don't have regional input.
Yes. What I would like to say is that we started this regional account, so I don't know when it stops. So when it stops and people are not pushing it, then I have to blame the national office because it started.
Which we are part of.
Yeah.
Okay.
It started. So I don't know when it stops.
Actually, for last year, I asked for the regional account. I received from only Upper East and Ashanti. And because there were only two that gave out the accounts, the auditor didn't do anything about it. Anyway, this year, 2025, I didn't ask them anything. So,
Madam, but the way you ask for the money,
yeah,
we should pay our dues. I think we should do the same thing, asking for the financial statement.
Okay.
Now, so will the member move for the closure of Congress?
Yes, Prof. I hear you that Congress can and then, I guess, Senator.
Thank you very much, Prof. Who is seconded? Madam Lucy Katapu has seconded. Colleagues, thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch. I understand coupons have been given out, so please take your coupons, enjoy your lunch. Let's gather here. Oh, Debbie. You've been gone. So please grab your coupon, enjoy your lunch. 3:30 sharp, 3:30. 3:30. You are coming back here. 3:30. 3:30. Okay, thank you very much.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up.
After the lobby for lunch.
Don't forget you are welcome home. Welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy again. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy again. You've been gone, it's never too long. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home. Welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
with election to elect our national president. You all know that please quiet, 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 quiet. This is a very important session that all of us have to take note of that. Before we start the whole process, once the Electoral Commission set up their booths and everything, as the voting begins. President Dr. Edward Aka Nyamike Jr. Service. Yes, service. Yes, service. Yes, good. So this is another fulfillment of our constitutional mandate. Throughout this Congress, I've been emphasizing on the need for us to respect our Constitution and work with it. Everything we've done towards this afternoon has been in obedience to the Constitution. We started with the timelines for the electoral process, which is in the Constitution. And then we formed a 3-member election committee at our last NEC meeting, led by Mr. Tom Konyefu, with Ashanti Regional Chairman, Mr. George Akumensa, and the Greater Accra Regional Chairperson, Madam Claire Bano Yakubu, also as a member. And we inaugurated them. They came out with the notice of elections, and we've just been following the process. I'm sure you all agree that this has been very free, very fair. And for the first time, we even established a platform for all delegates, so our candidates will have access to all delegates, use of technology. We have obeyed the Constitution to the letter and the spirit of it. At this point, it is for you, delegates, as enshrined in our Constitution, to choose leadership for the next 4 years. I'm sure you've had the opportunity to listen to all the candidates, read their manifestos and then their vision and all that. So there's nothing more to say, except to wish all the candidates the very best. And I'm very excited, and I'm sure our national officers too are very excited, because when you are leaving office, take your place. And fortunately for us, we've had members who are ready to step into our shoes. They are ready to put. I will not be reminded of St. John. So let me hand over to the chairman of the GHA Election Committee to take us from now. Thank you very much, and good luck to all the candidates.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Kunyefu, and the members of my committee are, where are they? Okay. The Greater Accra Chairperson, in person of Mrs. Claire Yakubu, and Mr. George Akumensa. She is the secretary and she is the member. And we have been working assiduously together with the president to make sure that today happens. Somebody said everything happens in Kumasi, and today, yes, I agree with you. Kumasi is happening. So thank you very much for your presence, and I hope you will attentively follow the processes as we go along. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Before I proceed, our committee, to let you know, our committee was promulgated on the 4th quarter meeting at the Coconut Grove Hotel in Cape Coast Resort at Congress, which is happening today. Soon after the inauguration, the notice of elections was issued, which were adhered to the letter. Vetting of nominees took place, and the following candidates were free to attend or to partake in the election process. I will name them one by one. For the president's position, Victor Minta, Engineer Amper Johnson were the two nominees. For the first Bright presidency, Mr. Doina David and Mr. Cosmos Asan were the two candidates. For the second vice, Honorable Elenganda and Benjamin Afunya were the nominees. Next is the financial secretary. Sorry? Oh, sorry. The secretary. Financial secretary, Anani Kujo Asante. Mrs. Eurabna Sewapua. Kwame Apia Dankwa. Isaac Pakwesi Inku. Mark Kweko Goto. Nelson Adom, and James Kanea. And that completes the list of the nominees. Now, for the purpose of the election today, we have two unopposed candidates, and I didn't think, yes, I need to mention them. We have Mr. Philip Aker, who is the National Treasurer, and every approved candidate is permitted to choose an agent to supervise the counting of their votes. Now, at least we have mentioned the two unopposed candidates. With all said and done, it is now time to give these candidates an opportunity to showcase their plans for the association and any other reason why they think they should be elected to these enviable offices. So on behalf of my colleagues of the election committee, I thank you all for your cooperation and patience. Thank you very much.
We can do better.
Let's get the ball rolling. We will now give the presidential candidates a chance to showcase their intentions. So I will start from the first presidential candidate, Mr. Victor Minta of the Central Region.
Service. Yes, sir. That's 3 seconds of my time. Mr. President, Mr. Akwe, the executives of the Ghana Fields Association and fellows, it's going to be an easy, soft day for Mr. President. He gets bombarded by EPA with some new threats, meaning that whoever takes up these roles we are vying for today has got a bigger responsibility than Mr. President and our former President, Mr. Akwe. And so we need to vote wisely. What do we want from the association? achieve from the association. My campaign started with a regional engagement, which gave me an opportunity to meet with members, understand the challenges we faced at the regional level, to enable, put together a policy document that would adequately cover the challenges that we all face, to be able to bring the relief that we want as an association, to enable growth and progress, as well as the next 50 years, just as we chalked 50 years ago. I believe that my manifesto has been all-inclusive. It includes what you want to achieve, what I also want to do to help the association on its next journey. So my administration, including whoever you choose today, that's why I say my administration, because it won't be just me, it won't be a one-man show, including myself and whoever you choose, to open to consultation and engagement on what we want to do. Our administration would include your contributions to what we want to achieve to the growth of the association. Number one, we'll be open to consultation. Two, we'll be open to dialogue. Dialogue means exchanging valuable ideas to be able to forge forward. Unity is important at this crossroads. Unity because anything good that comes out of this is going to be for the benefit of all of us. And so for me, I think we need to choose wisely. We are united in the fights, the various fights, gum rule, multiplicity of taxes, multiplication of inspection sequences from regulators. I believe that the 5 strategic pillars that we are introducing to you would help us chart the next part of the journey. Number one, financial sustainability. A lot of what we've even talked about today borders around financial sustainability. Hence our discussion to generate income from multiple streams, not just dues, and grow as an association. I believe that associations, we need to chart a path that will help us achieve some of those great laurels that we have. So financial sustainability is number one. And this will help create value. 1 minute. Membership growth we've talked about, the mandatory membership has to come, but before that happens, what do? We need to generate income from within. Number one, we propose our bookings platform, which is going to generate income for the association. But the beauty of this innovation is that it's going to enable, generate, or invite new membership, because members of the hotel association will get lower commission charges compared to non-members, and this will be an automatic attraction. And we'll be talking today about what benefits there are for the Ghana Hotels Association membership. Number two, a business forum that will help bring like-minded professionals together to help deliberate and improve on the industry. And then the credit union. I urge you to vote for the candidates that you think can help consolidate all of the wonderful ideas we've been sharing for the last few days, weeks maybe, and help us chart the new path for the Ghana Hotels Association. I believe that it can be done. We just have to be brave enough to take that step, that bold step today. And on that note, I'd like to thank you all for listening to me for the last few weeks, and I wish us all the best of luck in today's session. Thank you.
Special engineer that we
At your service. Yes, President has been hammering on we using the Constitution. And the Constitution is explicit. It is at your service. Can you complete it for me? At your service. At your service. Thank you very much. The Ghana Hotels Association needs to be engineered so that the system can work. And you need an engineer to engineer the system. This is a brief manifesto. I've summarized it, and the caption is enabling a friendly environment
for financial growth and peaceful operation. Fellow GHH members, hoteliers, and partners, my name is Engineer Henry Ampa Johnson. As a hotelier, engineer, and a leader with years of experience within the association, I offer a vision for a stronger, more vibrant agency, such as the GTA, the ministry, the finance ministry, and the select committee on Parliament for Environment and Tourism, because we have a challenge and we are going to pursue it. To reduce our burdens, it is time for us to be looking at an act for tourism and hotels. In the southern and eastern Africa, they have an act for hoteliers and tourists. So we have that act, and that is what a tax is. We have this multiplicity of taxes. Today I was sad when that we are creating on the environment. Amplify our voice. It is good we need to amplify our voice. Unite hotels to promote growth in Ghana hospitality sector. We have to assess the 1% tourism levy for capacity building. Very, very important. The game changer, we need a welfare program that will cater for you whilst you are living, not when you are dead. We need a health service. We need a health support program. We need a financial aid program. We need an aid for professional enhancement. This is what we want to do. Membership growth, very, very important. We have to increase our membership growth by 20%. It is long time Ghana Hotels Association has its own building, its own training school, its own accommodation, and its catering center. We have to start designing and planning for it. My leadership, proving people-centered and result-driven, 30 years in administration. Visionary and accountable, skills and uniting people. Serving with warmth and serving with humility. The future for the association. Establish GHJ as the leading voice in Ghana hospitality sector. Driving growth, innovation and sustainability. Provide tangible benefits for our members. Finally, please vote for the engineer to engineer the association. Thank you very much.
We now move on to the first vice president. The first candidate I will call is Mr. David.
Mr. President, my colleagues from Ghana Hotels Association Fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is David Dodina, former Ashanti Regional Financial Secretary, former Ashanti Regional Secretary, and former Ashanti Regional Chairman of Tex. This afternoon, I stand here to beg you to vote for me to become the first Vice President of the association. Now, I am the first Vice President. Apart from sitting as a president in absence of the president, has the supervisory group over the financial activities of the association. Fortunately for me, I have financial value. I have masters in finance. So when you give me that opportunity, I'm going to ensure that we have effective management of our finances. If you look through our constitution, there's a provision in our constitution that says that we should run training programs for our members. You and I can testify that this thing has eluded our situation for a long time. I have masters in tourism and hospitality management. And as of now, I'm also pursuing another degree in tourism and hospitality management. Coupled my experience at 30 years in the system. When you give me an opportunity, I'm going to collaborate with the president-elect so that we throw a training program which we will do it to our members free of charge. The only thing that we have to do is to give money out of the education. And something that I'm doing in Ashanti,
So it will be difficult. Just give the opportunity and we are going to enjoy it. I also believe that the association has been in Ghana for too long. We need to affiliate with the Hotels Association outside Africa, like American Hotels Association, Canada Hotels Association, India, so that we will have exchange programs. Through exchange programs, we can get grants in terms of training and in terms of anything. That will also help the association. I also believe that in our association, in the industry, the national executive officers, we need someone who is expert in the industry to be part of that group. So that when we meet any organization, be it academia or the regulatory bodies or the NGO, and they have experts in there, and when they start to speak the technicalities and the jargons in that industry, we also have somebody to speak for our association. With my background as a consultant, when they give me an opportunity, I believe that I will help the association. I thank you all for your attention. Thank you for keeping the time. For the next candidate, Mr. Cosmos Alasan.
My junior brother, David, says he's still going to school. Allow me to complete. The next 4 years, you will come and do all the consultancy you want to do. You are lucky that I'm already there, and you are coming. This is, I'm managing of over $10 million dollars. I don't need any financial education to manage that. It's practical. So I want to assure my colleagues here, I'm here to give experience to anybody who may be elected. Mine is to support them, guide them, and give them the leaders. That is all I need to do. If not for the lack of Ghana Hotels Association, I will not bother myself to fly from somebody to somebody. What do I need is to build a hotel and Ghana Hotels Association, because I have the experience of serving a much bigger association, kind of get what you will go stay. So that is what
I will move on by calling the candidates, the second vice presidential from the upper east.
as I will do. First will be to support, assist, and support the president to succeed, to run and the operations of the training. I'm passionate in hospitality. That is what I do. I breathe hospitality. I'm passionate about hospitality. So for me, I'm excited that if given the opportunity, we shall roll out programs for training for our members. Fortunately, this manual we see should be a Bible for all of us. This was developed by us, Ghana Hotel Association. I was fortunate to be a member of the group that developed this. Unfortunately, many of us are not using it. We are looking very far away for training. This is a standard for operations and service. So it stands out exactly what we need. Most of us hoteliers just have hotels. We don't know, understand what we need to do. This will help us as owners and also help us, our staff. Then, also, the third one I will do is some data from GT that we're not doing well. So I got some data from GT. For 2025, hotels in Ghana are 5,000. Then from our national secretariat, as of 2025, what we have as hotels registered, our members in this country, is 498. So if we take 496 hotels, Ghana hotel members, compared to, so that means that out of the 5,072 hotels we have in this country, only 498 are members of association. That's just 10% of the population of hotels in this country. And that's very disappointing. It's sad. We talk so much that we are doing well, but 10%. What are we do more for that? For example, in Greater Accra, we have 855 hotels. So if they give me a note, these are the areas that I want to really focus on because I'm passionate about training and I want to help people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ganda. Now we will move on to the second vice president. And the first person on the list, second vice president, is Benjamin Afuna.
Service. Service. Isaiah chapter 6 verse 8. Then I heard a voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? Who will go for us? And I said, here am I, send me, I will go. Send me to EPA, I will go. Send me to GRA, I will go. Send me to National Security, I am there already. Send me to all the regulatory bodies, I am there. Today, when the politicians were talking about the case they were talking about the 24-hour economy. We were in Kofodia and they spoke about it. Send me and I'll make sure we'll benefit from the 24-hour economy. Focus areas that I want to focus areas as the second vice president of Ghana Hotel Association. Number one, orientation for new elected executives. Thank God we are the crème of Ghana Hotel Association. Mr. Kwe is here, Dr. Aka is also here. These are the people that can train the new executives so that they can deliver. And this training will take place from the regional and national level. Number two, capacity building for members. Again, number three, the annual National Directors Forum. In fact, this is a forum that I am passionate about. That will use this forum to get opportunity for directors. Where directors from all the regions we meet, we share ideas, we sell our hotels opportunity to meet regulators, other directors, and at this meeting, directors will meet and fraternize, and will take opportunity to use that director to promote local tourism. Again, another thing I want to talk about is the digitalization operation of GHA. In fact, recently when we were planning our 50th anniversary, one of the challenges we realized was that getting data was an access. Getting data was problem. Thank you very much. I'm done. Getting data was a challenge. With digitalization of our programs, we'll be able to get it. Finally, strategic partnership with our stakeholders, the airlines, the travel agents, and then the fintech company. These are the companies that fill our facilities. We need to work with them. Thank you so much. God bless you. You got job of Mauna Yao. At the second vice president. Now we move on to the National Secretary. And we have here Ms. Patience.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We are going to collaborate in a few minutes. The election will go on. Mr. Chairman, President of Ghana Hotel Association, delegates, esteemed members of the Ghana Hotels Association, and then all protocols observed. I bring you warm greetings and heartfelt appreciation for your presence here today, and to our members across the country who are following this important moment with great interest and hope. Today is more than an election. It is a defining moment for our association. It is a moment to reflect on where we are, to recognize the challenges we face as an industry, and to decide together how we position the Ghana Hotel Association for the future. Our hospitality sector is evolving rapidly, and our association must evolve with it, becoming more responsive, more connected, and more valuable to every single member. My vision is simple, yet purposeful, to help build a secretariat that works efficiently, communicates clearly, and supports your business in practical ways. A secretariat that does not only coordinate activities, but one that actively strengthens members, promotes professionalism, and ensures that every hotelier feels represented and supported. As I've already said in my campaign, I'm not desperate for this position. Rather, I am desperate and committed to the growth of the Ghana Hotel Association. I envision a secretariat that truly works for you, responsive, supportive, and dedicated to strengthening your business and advancing our industry together. This is not about personal ambition. It is about collective progress. It is about building systems that serves us better, strengthening our unity, and ensuring that our association becomes a stronger voice for hospitality across Ghana. My detailed manifesto, which outlines the 5 pillars and special initiative, is already in your hands. To walk this journey with me, let us measure our progress together as we begin implementation. And by the next Congress, in 4 years, under the guidance and blessing of Almighty God, I will stand here before you again to present a clear progress report of the Ghana Hotel Association, reflecting we have achieved together. Let us choose growth, let us choose unity, and let us choose progress. Thank you, and vote for me as the only collaboration person, patient, at the Thank you.
I go. Good evening to everybody. My name is Makobu Dog, a member of this association. I have one in this house in Accra, so I belong to Great Accra, and I have another one in Rotary. Okay, my name is Makobu Dog. I have one hotel in Great Accra and one in Gota region, so I belong to Great Accra branch as well. I was a Gota regional chairman for 2 years, and I took them from 27 membership to about 60 before I left the office. So what it means is that I have a 20% increase during my time. Trustee, what is trustee now? We have to give trustees more work than what we used to do. At least we have to give them work to support the administration, to support the presidency, to support the executive, so that we can build the association to a better place where our predecessors left it. They have done their part. It's up to today's all things that we are discussing today about this is not happening, this is not happening. We have to inculcate everything in the paper form and then draw a program towards it through, somebody says engineering system, so that we can work towards through the engineering system. Yeah. So I'm here just to be on board and help the association to grow from where our predecessors left it. Thank to our outgoing president and Mr. Queen. So goes for Makobu Huto for betterment of the association. Thank you.
Savage. Yes, sir. Savage. Yes, sir. Your star already have won you. I really all protocols of prayer. Hello. All protocols observed. My name is Nelson Ricky Adom, and my company is from my name, Neradon Company Limited. Sells back as an export company with a specialized product broadcast, where I worked and was a leader exporter in the whole country, Ghana. Out of that, where I have tried, shifted to build Neradon Hotel by myself. 2009 was when Neradon started work. That was where there was a great problem in Tema. Tema was besieged with division from our counterpart Progression. They left and blocked. Not a single person was left in Tema for Ghana Hotel Association. Whereby the virtue and vision of the ex-president, Mr. Akwe, and his team, he came to Tema to nominate some few people to stand in and get the association going. Fortunately, I was one of them. And I had to move strategically. This association was zero rated. Nobody was there. Through my hard work and my team, they had to fight and get this team moving. From zero to membership to about 60, and paid up members about 46. Then before I moved, that was my first 8 years, like I said, as a regional chairman. We were holding meetings even from Tema to Adam, Aqua Safari, all we divided them into zones. We won them all. In Tema, Progressive took all the other big hotels
Unfortunately, during my time in hotel, Majority White others came under our supervision and they joined us. After this, I moved to National, where I was the national chairman. I am a national trustee. Where there is trouble is where I was set. As a trustee, we are linked between national and the regions. Progressive had another place in Brown Apples, when they manipulated and they are waiting, they were captured over there. I was sent there. And out of my council with President, Harry President, we even held an net meeting that successfully nominated people to represent us. I have other things. The trustees are linked between the regions and national, which I've been doing. You need to be resourced. In fact, not every time you get funds from the association. So if you are not resourced, you cannot do it. You move along as I did. I move along personally with my own funds, sort things out all over. So I wish we can do that as a trustee. I am ready to continue with whatever I'm doing. Number 4. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adam. Now, the last and not the least, but not the least, is Mr. James Kenya from the Western Region.
Are you? I have also served as the regional chairman for Western Region for 2 consecutive terms, and that gave me the opportunity. This gave me the opportunity to come and serve at the national level as well. As the Bible said somewhere that Paul Lady was saying that silver and gold have I none, but what I have for you is Jesus. So I am saying that as I stand here, I love the association so much to the extent that I think I want to help fulfill the dreams of the founders of this association. My background, I am an ADR practitioner, and as an ADR practitioner, I was connected to the Tankari Circuit Court, and most of the things or the cases that were referred to me by the magistrate were marriage and land issues, especially property sharing. In fact, if I were, and that is why I am trying to be a trustee for this association, because if I were there, then we wouldn't have gone to the court, because I have all the skills to negotiate with Damro and all those people so that we don't invest that much money as we have invested now. Honestly speaking, because you can see it's a very colossal amount of, and as ADR practitioners, we are also trained with the laws. Just that we don't put people at the court, but rather when people are tired at the court, we bring them out from the court and settle things amicably for them. So I have the experience to use to support the association. Again, I've also been a presiding member of the, I've been a presiding member before at the East, and because of that, I'm well connected with the stakeholders we have in Ghana with the association and also with the political parties. So whatever that my president here to come and the executive decide that they want to do, I think I am well connected to open doors for my president and the rest to walk through. I believe I have learned a lot as a businessman for 40 years. I have also traveled a lot. I have experience in doing business, for that matter, as an organization which involves business people. I think if I'm a trustee and working with the national executives, I think my interest, my experience will be felt across the region. I thank you all.
Thank you very much. And with that presentation, we conclude the presentations for tonight. And so we will now, without much ado, move to the next stage. activities. The electoral commission I said it here, because we want to do things professionally. We do not do them ourselves. We do it through the people who are trained to do so. So without much ado, I will hand you over to all the rules and regulations concerning the vote we have today. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Service. Service.
The process has been handed over to us. But before we start voting, there are a few things that we need to do to your notice.
It's still ready. It's still ready. Please get ready. It's still ready.
And the results. So we are starting from national trustees. Mr. James, what I have here is not big. What I have is 66 votes. Mr. Makweku Huto, 70 votes. Mr. Kwame Apia Dankwa, 59 votes. Mr. Ricky Nelson Adom, 75 votes. Mr. Isaac Bakwesi Ilkum,
103 votes. Mrs. 54. So now they elected. Mr. James Kenya, 66, elected. Mr. Isaac Kwebuhuto, 70, elected. Mr. Ricky Nelson Adom, 75, elected. And Mr. Isaac Pakwesi Inkum, 103, elected. In all, 110 delegates voted. 107 delegates voted. Mr. Koto Asante Anani had 31 votes. Mr. John Wanda Ekwaji, 76 votes. No rejected. So Mr. John Wanda Ekwaji elected for the National Financial Secretary.